going, guys? I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly before Shabbat. Wow, so many things happening, and I was talking to somebody. Let's put it this way: somebody who's older than I am, and they were telling me that no wonder I'm so nervous and irritated all the time because they're looking at the administration, they're looking at the people that are in power, hiring literally circus freaks to head up very, very serious agencies like nuclear agencies and all these kind of things. And this person said to me, this is what I'm leaving, the world I'm leaving my children, so to speak. And I said to this person, you gotta look at things. If you want to stop having anxiety, if you want to stop having, being irritated and angry and all these kind of things, you have to look at everything that's happening from a Torah and specifically Hashkafa, Jewish philosophy perspective, as taught by Rabbi Kessin and others, Rabbi Weisberg, Rabbi Kessin, Rabbi Wolf, just to name a few, and also the sages of previous generations. You have to look at it from a Mashiach perspective. You have to look at it from that perspective. Otherwise, there's only gloom and doom and dystopia, and just the world's going to explode on Has V'Shalom, and that's it, and we're done, right? But clearly, that's not the end game in the Jewish idea, right? That's not how the Torah views the trajectory of history. Not at all. Far from it. I was just talking to my friend Ephraim the other day on the podcast, and we were saying how, we know from our sages, there's a discussion by our sages that, Tiyat HaMeitim, the resurrection of the dead, for example, comes 210 or 214 years before 6,000. That could be, guys, I mean, that's like imminent. That's like in at least 4 years, right? Maybe less. It should be today, right? So guys, I mean, we'll look at everything that's going on, and we understand that there is this kind of temporary judgment on the world, very, very harsh judgment that needs to be exacted. And right now, Hashem is placating the very thing that He created. He is really placating the mechanism. It's not even, people think of Satan as like a separate entity or some kind of goblin or demon or something, monster. It's an entity that Hashem Himself created as a mechanism for, within the rubric of free will, within the rubric of, reward and punishment. And obviously, reward and punishment, as we know in Jewish philosophy, is not a kind of a direct thing. Yeah, it's Mida Keneged Mida, we know that, but it's not a direct thing. Otherwise, if it was a direct thing, the world would not be able to exist. Human beings would not be able to exist. We do something wrong and then we get struck by lightning right away. Notwithstanding the George Floyd mural, they got struck by lightning, right, with a crown on its head. But guys, I mean, that's that's just a siman that Hashem sometimes likes to give us. It's called instant karma, as it will. But this was exacted on a brick wall. But apart from that, guys, I mean, there's a system here. There's a mechanism here, and one of the mechanisms, and the mechanism is the Satan, and the Satan has to be placated, has to be bribed, so to speak. Rabbi Kessin calls it Shochad the Satan, and that's what's going on right now. Clearly, we see that, and I think my friend Ephraim may disagree a little bit, because he says, listen, how long is long enough? How long do we have to keep bribing the Satan? Why does it even have to be this way? Why do we even need to go through this particular process? But, however, that's a separate discussion. But the point is that we clearly see that it's so extreme, right? It's so extreme that it's so like blatantly clown worldish and so absurd that we see that it's, you know, it's kind of like, guys, it's a rainstorm. It's a rainstorm, a very harsh rainstorm that lasts for a very short period of time, relatively speaking. When I say short, I mean, what, it's been a little over a year, right? It's a rainstorm. It's a torrential rainstorm. My friend is asking, will we ever destroy the Satan? Our job is not to destroy the Satan. The Satan is dying himself. The Satan is dying. The mechanism called the Satan, it's dying out. The energy of the Satan, the Sitra Achra, is dying out. And as it's dying out, you see it's fighting like tooth and nail, beyond all logic. You know, it appoints these transvestite clowns in some nuclear agency. I mean, guys, like, you have to laugh. You have to laugh. You know? And the people see everything. Mind you, guys. Meanwhile, the people see everything. You know? And, guys, with that said, I mean, we know, I've read this before, there's a wonderful blogger, there's a wonderful, I don't want to call him a blogger, he's a teacher, Dov Bar-Leib, he lives in Kohav Yaakov, and he was talking about how in the Shemitah year, which we are in now, we have to see 7 times the amount of emet, truth, that we saw, than the lies that we saw in the previous 6 years. Guys, you're seeing it now. You're seeing it. And if you ask me, guys, we're going to see more and more as the closer we get to Purim, then the closer we get to Pesach, and the summer, and then we get into Rosh Hashanah, guys. I mean, we're going to see it all very, very soon, guys. We're going to see it all very soon. And the people that we see, all these clowns, all this clown world that we see in front of us, guys, we're going to realize that all it was basically, you know, a meal for the Satan, used to placate him, you know, a deception game on the Satan himself, and a distraction. And meanwhile, Hashem was doing the behind-the-scenes work, and Bezrat Hashem, we're going to see amazing things. Guys, this week, I mean, there's going to be a convoy in Israel on Monday, and then the following week we got, next week is Parshas Ki Sisa, which is the golden calf. And guys, I don't know if you know what happened after the golden calf. After the golden calf, we got a new tablets. Basically, Hashem, via Moshe Rabbeinu, constituted a new system and a new covenant with us. Not the new covenant you're thinking of. A new tablets, or reinstated the previous covenant. And yeah, guys. So the week after, we're gonna see amazing things, guys. We're gonna, at the end of this month, I mean, I'm looking for like a blockbuster, something amazing. All right, guys. With that said, Shabbat Shalom, Tetzaveh, and only amazing things. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.